So I was thinking when you were sharing, I saw parang in a sense a picture of a sheepdog. You know a sheepdog,
Yeah, yeah,
di ba?
yeah.
So parang for me it's like we're actually sometimes us as pastors we put on ourselves that false expectation internally to be Jesus to people.
Mm,
Because there's a difference to become like Jesus, but you will never be Jesus,
Jesus.
right?
Yeah.
And so I was thinking maybe, how does that play out? Because I'm very visual sometimes. So I thought of a sheepdog. Sheepdogs only guides, right? Bark
Right.
and kind of like help the shepherd.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's the shepherd's role. The sheep knows the shepherd's voice, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But we're mainly a guide because we're in a sense we're not divine. We're human,
Yeah.
right? There's no divinity in us,
Yeah.
but at the same time. So yeah, just thinking about that.
No, yeah.
That reminded me.
We are supposed to be. We got to continue to place our hearts and our thoughts in anyone in leadership. And if anyone who has an authority over people, right?
Yeah.
We got to be able to see ourselves not as the focal point.
Yeah.
We're not the shepherd. Right. But you're the pastor. You're the shepherd.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm only shepherding you to the shepherd, the real shepherd.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I can't fill the role of the good shepherd.
That's so good.
Like you
Yeah.
said, the dog goes to the side and barks to guide them towards.
Yeah.
But the dog is not the shepherd.
So now
So-
you were talking about Moses.
Yeah, so I'm reminded about Moses. So Moses has been chosen by God to lead the people out of captivity into the wilderness, and now he's leading the Israel outside. Right,
Yeah.
he's leading the people of God, and as he's leading, there are other leaders under him, and there's Aaron.
Yeah.
And then what's the other girl?
Miriam,
Miriam, right? Is Miriam the one? Aaron and Miriam?
Aaron, and her.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
The
There's
one
so
who
many
get mad,
people.
who say. So there's Aaron for sure,
Yeah.
and then there's a girl. I think it's the sister
Miriam.
Miriam, right? Who are upset in the way Moses
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah.
leading.
Miriam,
Miriam, right? And so they start complaining because they're saying we know we could do it way better than you, right?
Yeah.
Like we should. Who allows Moses to be the one to be the
Okay.
voice? Why just him? We should be able to speak up too. We should be able to say things too. Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah,
Right? The
yeah,
whole
I
thing.
remember that.
And then God gets mad, right? He goes, "Hey, I chose these guys. What are you talking about?" But it's like that where Moses was simply obeying God. And he wasn't saying, "Follow me." He was saying, "This is where God is leading. This is what I feel God doing. I didn't even want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
But God has guided me." But he's leading them to God,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's reminding them, this is God who's leading us. That's why with the pillar of fire and then
Right.
the cloud by day and all of that.
Yeah.
The problem would have been if Moses took the role and said, "I'm God now," right? Or I'm a leader. So it's in that area where there's expectations.
Yeah.
That they were expecting Moses to act a certain way. But Moses was just being Moses. And he could
Yeah.
only be Moses.
Yep.
What they were expecting was only found in God. Yet they didn't want to go to God. They wanted to go to Moses.
Wow. Yeah. That's so true.
Right?
Yeah. Expectations are definitely, in a sense, not bad at all times, but there's a fine line, right? That becomes, in a sense, distorted,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, we said in the beginning, we all have expectations.
Yes.
Every single person in here.
Right.
Good or bad, who knows?
Yeah.
So how can we tell if it's good or bad?
That's
right?
true.
Like I shared while we were talking, that's we all want to be mature. We all want spiritual maturity.
Right.
Right? So what is spiritual maturity? Spiritual maturity is being able to discern what is truth from noise. So if I have expectations
Yes.
in my head about a person, or if I have expectations in my head about a thing, or right, or some whatever, if I'm gonna be mature, then I can't just take that expectation and be like, okay, that's it. Like that's what I gotta believe. I gotta discern, right?
Right.
I gotta discern: is this truth or is this noise?
Wow, that's good. Yeah.
So how do we discern the right expectations? Didn't you share? I think you had it on your notes. It was like 4 things.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, like practical application. First is discern.
Okay,
Right?
discern. What does that mean?
Like you actually ask yourself, who gave this expectation to you,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Like, is it coming from God? Is it coming from internal expectations? Or is it coming directly from people?
Right.
So, but you also discern if that expectation is a false expectation, right?
Yeah.
And then,
So, okay, I have an expectation of you, right?
yeah,
Once I get home, food better be ready.
yeah.
She better be in her lingerie. So
Oh my gosh.
I gotta ask myself, where'd that expectation come from?
Yeah.
Is it from God?
Is it from my husband?
Is it from is it noise? Right? Or
Yeah.
is it just something I watched on TV? Right?
That's true.
Okay, so discern.
Discern and then
Okay,
dialogue.
Yeah. So before you just be like, let your feelings go and
Like, let
go
off.
be like, oh my gosh, they're not doing what I think they should do. I gotta take a step back, discern. Okay, wait. Why do I have this expectation? Where did it come from?
And is it true or not?
Is it true or not?
Noise.
Yeah, noise or truth. Okay, next,
And then dialogue.
dialogue.
That's the part where you talk to someone safe. Like when we dialogue together, you
So
know,
you-
you
yeah.
say it out loud, right? You kind of like, because sometimes when you do it internally, you discern it, but sometimes because your emotions are so, in a sense, in a not in a good space.
Oh yeah, you could be highly triggered or
yes,
whatever.
right. You need someone to dialogue with, to talk some senses, and maybe discern with you
Yeah.
if that's truth or noise.
And I think you could even dialogue with the person you have an expectation with, right?
yes.
Like I think
That's
that's
the-
clear.
Yes, that's
safer.
crucial.
Where you talk to them, hey, look, I realize I have an expectation of you. You know, I expect you to treat
That's
me
actually yes,
like
much cleaner.
this. Right?
So it doesn't become gossip or whatnot, right?
But it's just it's now, it clarifies your expectation, and then because you already discern first, so maybe you discern like it is true. Then you talk to that person and you say, hey, I have an expectation of you. And then that person might push back in a good way and be like, that's a great expectation, but I can't fulfill it.
Yeah.
You know, or
Yeah.
they can say, okay, if that's your style, that's your language, then maybe I can adjust. Those kind of things,
Yeah.
right? So it could go from
Yeah,
there.
so after you make a dialogue, you kind of like, you understand, okay, is this truth or is it noise, right?
Okay.
So that's when, where it says detach, not
Detach.
detaching from the person,
Okay.
but in a sense, releasing the ones the expectations that are not,
Yeah. So
you're not supposed to
So
carry.
that's where you detach. Where okay, just because I feel this doesn't mean I have to be consumed by this, right?
Yeah.
Just because I feel you should do this
Yes.
doesn't mean you actually have to do this.
Yes.
So my spiritual maturity now can detach myself from my desire, and because I'm not an animal, I'm a human. I don't have to focus on my desires.
Yes.
I could focus on the truth.
Yeah.
And say, I want this from you,
Yeah.
but I realize only God can give me that.
Right. And that's actually decision. That's
Decision.
decide. Decide at the end.
Last,
right.
decide.
Yeah.
What do I decide? You.
Meaning you deciding that you're not an animal,
Oh, okay.
that you don't react
Right.
right away because desire knocks at your door, right?
Yeah.
So
not every belief that pops into your mind, not every emotion that pops into your heart
right.
has to be followed through with.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's discern, dialogue, detach, and decide.
Discern,
Detach,
detach,
and decide.
decide.
Yes.
And the last is
The end.
demonize.
The end.
The end, bruh. And when
The-
all doesn't
the
work,
end.
demonize them and say you are spiritually a demonic.
Influence.
You are Gehazi. You are.
No.
You're a Jezebel. No, right?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
use that.
Yeah.
People use that when they don't want to deal with conflict, but that's
Yeah.
another.
That's so good.
That's good.
So I think that's about it.
Yeah,
And we
so
go-
thank you guys for tuning in to Project Humanity podcast, where we talk about becoming human again. Type into the chat, into wherever you're watching this. Let us know one of the number one expectations that you struggle with.
Yes.
That'll be cool.
Yeah,
and then
that'd
we
be
could
good
talk,
too.
or if you have any questions.
Yeah, and if you have, anything that you guys want us to tackle,
Yeah.
maybe in the future.
If you have anything you want us to tackle, don't expect us to answer it. Because that expectation could only be found through Jesus.